What's up guys, it's Purple Grizzly, and I have a special video for you today. This is the very first episode of my new commentary series, Conspiracy Theories. I've always been really interested in conspiracies, you know, things like the JFK assassination, UFO landings, just crazy out there things, but you know, most of the time they're very fascinating, they're very informational, and there's some times where they actually have some weight behind them, you know, that they may not sound as crazy as you think they are once you find out all the facts. So for the first episode, I'd like to discuss the JFK assassination, perhaps one of the most famous conspiracies of all time. Now, it's very important to keep in mind that this is a very deep and complex conspiracy theory, and there is absolutely no way that I'd be able to tell you all the information and everything that there is to know about this topic. So if it's something that you find very interesting and something that you're curious about, I very much encourage reading about it online. Something I'd very much recommend is a movie called JFK starring Kevin Costner, and it's a true story about a lawyer named Clay Shaw bringing attention to the court that what the media says happened about the JFK assassination really probably didn't happen. So yeah, if you guys want to, you know, read up on that or watch that movie, I'd highly recommend it. So first, let me tell you what the media says happened and what is the most common story about what happened, and probably what most people believe. On November 22nd, 1963, John F. Kennedy, his wife, and the governor of Texas were riding in an opened black limousine in Dallas, Texas. After making a planned left turn on Elm Street, 3 shots were fired from the school textbook depository. The president was shot in the torso, the neck, and the back of the head, and he was later pronounced dead in the emergency room at the hospital. Lee Harvey Oswald was later apprehended hours later as the culprit and is now commonly known as the guy who killed JFK, if you believe that story. Now, there's many things wrong with this story once you dig a little deeper. And like I said earlier, there's no way I can tell you everything that there is to know, so I really recommend reading about it online if this video, you know, sparks your curiosity. So let's talk about Lee Harvey Oswald. People, you know, thought it made sense that he was able to kill the president. He was an ex-Marine, you know, he was trained with weapons, and he appeared to be mentally unstable. Now, there's a big issue with the way he killed JFK, and that is, you know, number one, he was using a bolt-action rifle, and apparently, according to the FBI and the media, they all say that he fired 3 shots from a bolt-action rifle in 7 seconds, successfully landing each shot on a moving target with a tree branch in the way. Now, multiple experts have agreed that that is very unlikely. You know, with someone with expert military training, you would think that they would choose a better location. You know, this was a very difficult place to take a shot from. You know, not only was there this huge tree branch in the way, but he's behind the car, you know, shooting at a moving target at a very odd angle. And it's funny because you know, he landed all shots, but if you watch the there's actually a real video of JFK getting shot. I'm not gonna put it in this video for obvious reasons, but if you guys watch that, JFK, he gets shot in the neck, he gets shot in the torso, and then he gets shot in the neck, and then finally he gets a fatal shot to the head. Now, if Lee Harvey Oswald was behind the president physically, and he shot him in the back of the head, you would think that the exit wound would be in the front, and that his head would jerk forward. But if you watch the video, his head jerks backwards and to the left, as if the shooter's on his front right. And I'm sure you guys have all heard about the grassy knoll. You know, there were multiple people that witnessed this assassination. You know, none of them said that they heard gunshots from the school book depository building. Not at all. You know, there were witnesses that heard multiple gunshots from this fence, you know, behind the grassy knoll that was connected to a parking lot, which is honestly the best position to take out the president. People saw gun smoke from that location, but you know, the FBI and media says no way, it wasn't from there. You know, I mean, well, now, you know, they're really considering that it was probable that there was more than one gunman, but there's just so much wrong with this story. You know, there were there were witnesses on the overpass overlooking this whole area that were able to have almost a bird's eye view of everything, but their interviews and statements weren't even considered. There's just so much wrong with this thing that it can't be a coincidence. You know, the way Lee Harvey Oswald was apprehended and the timeline from apparently when he shot him to when he was captured to, you know, eyewitnesses mysteriously dying just randomly from heart attacks or medication overdoses. Like, come on. You know, the way police escorts were set up, things like that. And also how the president's body was handled afterwards. You know, just a lot of really sketchy stuff. And then I guess you could talk about, you know, why was the president killed? Why was he assassinated? Well, currently going on was the Vietnam War, and war is the most profitable thing for this country and for the big shots. And Kennedy wanted to take out the troops. You know, people thought it was the mafia that killed him, FBI, lots of crazy stuff. But anyway, guys, I know I couldn't go super in-depth, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave some love with a like and a favorite, and stay tuned for the next episode.